Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. In this video, we're talking about T-Mobile opening up Starlink service to customers. We have some dates, some pricing, and we're going to cover that in this video. There is a link from PC Mag, which I'll put down for your reference in the description below. All right, so let's get started. T-Mobile announced during the Super Bowl that they're going to be launching their Starlink beta service to customers in July. Currently, there's been a test going on. They started that in December to select customers. That free trial or service, beta service, will end in July, and that is when T-Mobile is going to be going all out and launching it for everybody. If you're currently a T-Mobile customer and you're on the Go 5G Next plan, T-Mobile says that this service will be completely free for you. As of now, at the current time, this is what we're hearing. Could that change? Possibly. I don't think it'll change that quickly. Maybe they'll get customers on the next 5G, the Go 5G Next plan hooked on it. And then maybe in a year or two or whatever it is, maybe they'll decide to charge an additional fee for that. But as of now, if you're on that Go 5G Next plan, T Mobile says it's free. If you're a T Mobile customer and you're not on that plan, with the exception of some other plans, such as I think T Mobile's business plan, T Mobile said that if you're on a business plan, they'll or a first responder. So if the Go 5G Business Next or first responder T priority plans, you'll get premium rates. So they don't say exactly what those premium rates are. I'm sure if I did a little bit of extra digging, I might be able to find that, but it's not in my face. It's not super easy to find, but you'll get select rates. But unless you're on one of those types of plans, Go 5G Next for either consumer or business or first responder, uh, you'll have to pay $15 a month. So if you're on any other T-Mobile plan, that will be your price. Interestingly enough, T-Mobile is going to be sharing this service to their competitors' customers. That's right, AT&T and Verizon. They're going to be allowing those customers to take advantage of their service. They'll be paying a little bit more, $20 a month, according to the article here. And I think it's kind of a way for them to kind of pull in and try to seize their customers. I think it's directly in response, from what I hear, to Verizon, who tried to promote their own satellite service. And I think T Mobile is trying to beat them to their own game and do a better job at it and just basically steal their customers, get their customers hooked on their Starlink service, and then maybe have them come over for something else, home internet, wireless service. T Mobile wants, it's basically being a savage, if you ask me. It's very competitive and it's very aggressive, and T-Mobile is not being shy about it. Also, if you're wondering, well, what kind of phone do I need? Surprisingly enough, T-Mobile has put some time and investment in the thought of this, and it's actually considerate to customers because I thought they were going to try to make this service to customers with only the highest end phones. And there's a lot of customers that are probably going to want to take advantage of this service that just don't have the money to buy a $1,400 iPhone 16 Pro Max or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of customers that just don't have that kind of money. They don't even have $15 a month to pay for the service, but if they need it, if it's worth it for them, they might be willing to do that, but not without all the hassles of having to buy a new phone. So there's actually a bunch of phones that are on a list, and I'll link two separate articles. I'll give you the list, the site with the list, so you can easily scope through it, and then also the article link. So we have devices from Apple that go all the way back to the Apple 14. So 14, the whole series, so 14 all the way to the Pro Max, then 15 all the way to the 15 Pro Max, and then of course the 16 all the way to the 16 Pro Max, which is the latest and greatest. So you have your new expensive phone, but you also have the 14, which is a couple of years old, and there's still many customers that are rocking that phone as a daily driver. We do have a Pixel phone, but it's only the 9 series, unfortunately. We do have some Motorola phones, all 2024 versions, but we have the Razr, the Edge, the G Stylus 5G 2024, G Power 5G, and the G5G. So these are low budget phones with the exception of the Edge and the Razr. They're more premium, expensive phones. But nonetheless, there's a couple of customers that have the Go 5G, the Moto G 5G power, and they can take advantage of this. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think that was smart thinking. We have, of course, Samsung devices. We have devices such as the A14, 15, 16, the A35, the A53, the A54. So all good, relatively cheap phones. The S21 FE. We got the entire S21 series, the entire S22 series, 23, going all the way up to the S25 Ultra. Then we have the Z Flip 3, the Fold, and I think you catch my drift. There's plenty of good stuff on here. We even have the Revel 7 5G and the Revel 7 5G Pro. So um, that's pretty good. And T-Mobile is saying that they plan on definitely expanding device support over time. They're saying that you know they're going to update their phone certifications with the FCC, so we should see a lot more phones going on there. They're saying T-Mobile users who have already been invited to the beta say that they were automatically onboarded. They're saying that T-Mobile was sending them a text, an SMS as a text. They're saying if you're a T-Mobile, I'm sorry, a AT&T or Verizon user or another carrier, then your device needs to be unlocked, of course, to use the service. So just keep that in mind. If it's locked, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. But it looks like they're also going to be expanding the service further. So they're saying uh, up until July. So anyone else, I guess, can start taking advantage of it before then. You might need to get a text from T-Mobile. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but they're certainly trying to push it out. And as of now, you're just going to be able to do SMS based text messaging in dead zones, and eventually they're saying they're going to have support for calls and all that, data downloads, all that good stuff. So we'll see, but nonetheless, that's your pricing, those are your devices, and I can't believe that they're trying to offer this service to their competitors. Very aggressive. Feel free to comment down below. One last thing before we wrap this up. I know there's going to be a lot of people that watch this or that are hearing about it, and some of you are thinking, "Ooh, that sounds cool." But the question really is, do you need the service? Do you need to spend $15 a month on something you're never going to use? No, not really. So you have to consider that, right? If you live in an area that T-Mobile service is on par, is better than that, is top of the game, which if you live in a big city area, you probably have excellent T-Mobile service, nonstop speeds, uncomparable. You don't need to pay $15 for satellite service. It sounds cool, I know, don't get me wrong, but unless you're someone that travels frequently to an area that has a lot of dead zones, if you take a lot of trips to locations where service is not non-existent or just straight up bad, whatever it is, you don't need this. You're not going to need it. If you don't do any of those things, you don't need to spend the money. But if you're planning on doing this, if this is where your future is heading and you know you're going to be moving somewhere where service may not be good, then this could be a good thing. And it can certainly be a great thing for customers that have tried all the services, all the carriers, and have had no luck. This could be beneficial to them at some point, right? Right now, it's just going to be SMS, so it won't do too much. But when it gets its wheels spinning, it might be really worth it for them, right? It's going to be a game changer. I mean, we've seen people on boats texting, chilling. I mean, that's pretty cool. You're in the middle of the ocean, okay, where there's just nothing around you, and you're able to just use your phone like you're on dry land, like you're in Atlantic City somewhere, with just towers everywhere. So that's the benefit. That's the true perk, and that is worth $15, I think. But we're not there yet, and when we are, then maybe it'll be cool to kind of have. But again, if you don't travel a lot, you don't need it. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.